Hello, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Today we have a story that blends on-screen magic with real-life romance, a development that has electrified the fan base of Çiçekleri and sent entertainment columnists into overdrive. I am, of course, talking about Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş, the two leads whose undeniable chemistry as Dylan and Baron first lit up television screens and now appears to have blossomed into something far more personal. For months, viewers have speculated about whether the sparks they witnessed on set were merely the product of well-crafted dialogue or a reflection of genuine affection. That speculation reached a fever pitch this week when photographs emerged of an intimate engagement ceremony, reportedly held at a secluded family home just outside Istanbul. In the images, Yağmur and Barış stand beneath a simple floral arch, laughter caught mid-air as they exchange rings before a handful of relatives and closest friends. The decor is modest. Wildflower centerpieces, rustic wooden tables, candlelight flickering in mason jars, but the joy radiating from the couple is impossible to miss. How we got here. To understand why this moment matters so much to fans, we need to rewind to the early casting period of Çiçekleri. Producers spent nearly 6 months searching for actors who could play star-crossed lovers believable enough to carry a multi-season arc. Early chemistry tests were polite yet restrained, until the day Yağmur walked into the studio for a final callback and was paired with Barış, who had already secured his role. Crew members still recall how the room shifted. The dialogue felt less like an audition and more like the first take of a finished scene. Within 48 hours, contracts were signed, and a creative partnership began. On set, colleagues describe a working rhythm that felt almost telepathic. Between takes, Yağmur would jot emotional keywords on a small notepad: resentment, hope, surrender. While Barış countered with improvised gestures, a hand on her shoulder at just the right moment, a glance held half a second longer than scripted. Directors soon realized they could step back and allow the pair to build microbeats unscripted, a lingering silence near an open window, a breath shared in the middle of a thunderstorm scene. Those unscripted moments gave the series its heartbeat and, according to writers, even influenced later episodes, prompting them to deepen Baron's protective tenderness and Dylan's fierce resolve. Two private lives, public curiosity. Despite the firestorm of viewer interest, both actors initially kept personal lives off-limits. Yağmur's social media presence focused on charity campaigns, travel photography, and behind-the-scenes snapshots of costume fittings. Barış maintained a minimalist feed, occasional training videos, favorite book quotes, sunsets over the Bosphorus, offering little about who he might be dating. Paparazzi trailed them just the same, but early shots revealed nothing beyond colleagues grabbing post-shoot coffee, laughing over inside jokes. Everything changed 3 months ago during a wrap party boat cruise. A single photo leaked, Barış holding Yağmur's coat as she navigated a narrow gangplank, his expression soft, almost protective. Comment sections erupted. One camp insisted it was harmless chivalry, another called it unmistakable intimacy. Still, the actors refused comment, leaving fans to decode every subsequent public appearance. The way their shoulders aligned during press junkets, how Yağmur's eyes followed Barış as he answered questions, the subtle mirroring of body language experts love to analyze. 3. The engagement revelation. Fast forward to last weekend. A cousin of Yağmur's, unaware the ceremony was meant to remain private, shared a handful of snapshots on a personal account with a few hundred followers. Within minutes, fan pages picked them up. By sunrise, every major entertainment outlet in Turkey had published a slideshow. And there it was, the confirmation millions had been waiting for. In the clearest image, Barış stands in a tailored navy suit, a slim silver band already on his finger. Yağmur, wearing a champagne-colored silk midi dress, lifts a small bouquet of garden roses as friends cheer. To one side, an elderly aunt wipes away tears, to the other, the actor's mothers clasp hands in a gesture of newfound kinship. The simplicity of the scene struck many observers. No five-star hotel, no branded step and repeat, no sponsorship hashtags, just family, love, and the kind of radiant happiness money can't manufacture. For industry reactions. Producers from rival networks reportedly phoned Çiçekleri showrunners within hours, floating ideas for joint talk show appearances and wedding special licensing deals. Marketing strategists drafted pitches linking fragrance lines to the scent of first love theme that runs through the series. Fashion editors speculated which designer would secure Yağmur's bridal gown. Despite the frenzy, insiders say the couple have put commercial offers on hold. Their priority, at least for now, is preserving a sliver of normalcy before filming resumes for the show's final season. Colleagues, meanwhile, describe an atmosphere of genuine celebration. One lighting technician posted a rare crew selfie with the caption, "To witness real love grow in the chaos of set life, priceless." A script supervisor noted that table reads now feel lighter, scenes that once demanded 20 takes need 10. They trust each other completely, the subtext is already alive. 5 fan perspectives. Across social platforms, hashtags combining the actors' names trended for 48 straight hours. Some longtime viewers, romantics at heart, declared the engagement proof that destiny exists. Others adopted a more protective tone, urging fellow fans to respect boundaries and refrain from bombarding the couple's relatives for wedding details. Nearly everyone, however, agreed on one point: rarely does an on-screen pairing transition into real-life commitment with so little drama attached. Comment threads filled with personal stories. A nurse working night shifts who said the series helped her decompress, a university student recovering from heartbreak who found solace in Dylan and Baron's resilience, newlyweds crediting the show for inspiring their own ring exchange vows. In an era when public figures often feel distant and curated, Yağmur and Barış appear close enough to touch, flaws, laughter, and genuine affection all on display, even if unintentionally. 6 Behind the engagement ring. Sources close to the family reveal that Barış commissioned the engagement ring from a small Anatolian atelier that specializes in ethical gold sourcing. The design features a central lab-grown diamond flanked by 2 tiny emeralds, Yağmur's birthstone, set in a delicate braided band meant to symbolize intertwined life paths. The choice reflects the couple's shared environmental values. During shooting breaks they frequently discussed sustainable fashion and locally sourced catering for crew meals. Apparently, Barış also requested a discreet inscription inside the band, a line from a Rumi poem they once recited together during a late-night script rehearsal. The exact verse remains private, but friends hint it speaks of patience, trust, and the way love returns in quiet waves. 7 What comes next? Filming for the final season of Çiçekleri begins in 6 weeks. Negotiations with the network include an unusually long mid-season hiatus. Industry chatter suggests it will coincide with the couple's wedding, allowing cast and crew to attend without production delays. Rumor places the ceremony on the Aegean coast, perhaps in Sezim or Alicante, far from Istanbul's prying lenses yet close enough for elderly relatives to travel. As for professional futures, Yağmur is reportedly fielding scripts that pivot away from ingenue roles into more psychologically layered territory, a shift her management believes will solidify longevity after the series ends. Barış has expressed interest in directing a short film based on his grandmother's memoir, though he admits the learning curve will be steep. Both have public service initiatives in the works. She wants to expand arts education programs for rural teens. He is exploring mental health resources for young actors coping with sudden fame. 8 Why this story resonates. Perhaps what captivates audiences most is the seamless merge of fiction and reality. Dylan and Baron fought against clan rivalry, illness, and miscommunication, proving week after week that steadfast devotion can conquer adversity. Now the actors themselves seem to echo that narrative, albeit without scripted turmoil, just 2 people who found something rare amid boom microphones and call sheets. In a media landscape often dominated by scandal, their story feels refreshingly earnest. More broadly, the engagement underscores a universal truth: authentic connection thrives on shared values, mutual respect, and a willingness to guard intimacy even while living much of life in public. By choosing a small ceremony over a photo studio exclusive, by declining lucrative branding deals, at least for now, Yağmur and Barış send a quiet message that love can exist outside monetized spectacle. 9 Closing thoughts. Will the marriage evolve as effortlessly as their on-screen love story? Only time will tell. Yet in this moment, the details matter less than the feeling their news ignites: hope, tenderness, a reminder that behind every carefully lit scene are real hearts capable of beating in sync long after the camera's cut. Thank you for watching, and for valuing context over clickbait. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss our upcoming episodes. We'll continue to bring you the human stories behind headline names, the side of fame that pulses with genuine emotion. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and remember, sometimes the best plot twists happen when the script ends and real life begins.